this afternoon, we want to welcome you to the John Amaechi Show. And so, the John Amaechi Show is on right now. For those of you joining us live, we sincerely want to welcome you. We welcome you this afternoon. We promise it's going to be exciting, and we're going to be discussing issues, miscellaneous issues, as in a lot of issues in our body politic. There's one other issue that we are going to chip into it. We're discussing majorly national politics today on this program, but of course, a little of the economy, a shake-up in the economy, where everybody is affected. You talk about fuel contamination here and there. I mean, how come that we talk about fuel contamination? How come? If it is something for us to eat, meaning a lot of people would have died. Let's leave the vehicles that will be damaged. A lot of people would have died. How come we are so careless in this country? This afternoon, I'm being joined by Comrade Idris Zekeri Jr. Comrade, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. John Amaechi. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. What can we do?
From Lagos.
Yeah. Thank you so very much. What can we do then to continue to help our country, Nigeria? Okay. Now, if you are joining us live and you're watching us live for any part of the country, feel free. The phone numbers to call are displayed and published on the screen. Make use of them. Call us and tell us your thoughts concerning number one, fuel contamination, as in people imported fuel. I mean, NNPC, or who do you hold responsible now? Did you hear that issue? And everywhere now, there's no fuel. But along the street, you have some boys, the hawkers, they have this, of course, they have it. Now, the problem is it contaminated one? The ones we are buying now, are they the contaminated ones, or we are still buying the... I mean, how did we get to this stage, Idris? These people should not kill us. I mean, we are struggling to survive, and you come again, you give us contaminated fuel. No, now, Idris, we can do better than this now. What happened?
Well, Mr. John, so that... hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So that they don't...
the co-author of the Book of Lamentations. I think we will have to properly situate the issues, because we have no choice. We have to say the way it is. And when it needs to involve lamentation, we have to lament like the Book of Lamentations.
I'm ready to lament. I'm ready to lament.
Yes, lamentations is important. That's why it has an entire book.
Yes.
When you don't feel good about anything, you have to speak about it.
Yes.
You have to complain vigorously about it. There's nothing wrong in it. Now, if I have a personal experience, a few days ago, a friend of a neighbor in this same apartment where I'm talking to you from went to buy fuel. He bought a lot of fuel, about 5,000 naira worth for his generator. And when he came and he was turning it, he called me. Comrade, look at this fuel. It's like water. What is happening again? At first, it was shocking. But when you look at it, you know something is wrong with this fuel. It is like erosion that was filtered. And I said, well, the only thing you have to do, you bought it in a fuel station. Put it in your generator and start it. If the generator breaks down, I will join you. We will take the generator to the fuel station and demand for a new one. Thank God. You know, generators they are not as sensitive as vehicles.
Yeah.
The generator did not break down. Now, how is it possible that a nation of 200 million people, a group of individuals imported fuel, and the fuel is substandard, contains, a prohibitable quantity of methanol? Nigeria that is affected by now should have sold NNPC.
Let me help you.
Which is our evidence
comrade,
for everything they have.
Comrade, do you know people are suffering in this country?
Of course.
Comrade, do you know people don't have food to eat? And we then go to buy fuel to power our business, to buy our gens so that we can run our businesses? And then you give us contaminated fuel? No, now this is no. Comrade, we can't. But the society is too docile.
First of all, when we speak here, it's as if we don't have jobs.
It's as if we are not busy. It's as if we don't even know what we are doing. But conscientization,
yes,
societal awareness,
yes,
is the key. Just imagine that in the US, for example, let's not go to the US. Let's imagine that in a small European like Cyprus, contaminated fuel gets into the system and it begins to damage people's vehicles, people's generators, people's properties. By now, people will be in jail. People
yes,
will be arrested.
yes,
people will be prosecuted
immediately.
Even if people will pay damages for vehicles that are destroyed. Because, first of all, as a government, you have not been able to provide me with electricity.
No.
I now bought a generator to power my own house.
Yes.
And the fuel you brought in is what has destroyed my generator. A docile society, so, and a society of ignoramuses also begets a society of ignorant leaders.
Of course.
So, like begets the average of the 5 people you mingle with. So is it that the government of the country is the average of the country.
It is.
If you take the highest and you take the lowest,
yes,
the government is
the average.
That is what we are saying. If the people are not docile, the government cannot afford to be docile.
At all.
If the people are not lackadaisical, if the people are not laid back, I don't care attitude. It not concern me.
No
Put your hand in your jaw, lament, social media activists, British, those ones that claim to be celebrities, all they do is to look for a political angle to every issue so that they can profit from those whose interest is protected by that angle. I expected by now we will begin to talk about how to prosecute, how to arrest. Imagine I was watching the GMG of NNPC yesterday, came out, I was explaining. We don't need an explanation.
No, somebody should resign. Somebody should be arrested.
Do not have this to be. By now, somebody should have resigned. Respectfully, should have resigned. I messed up in this. This is a lack.
Honorably, just go home.
Mr. John, the question is, where are the quality control measures of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Is anybody trying to convince me that anything can come through our courts into our country?
Yes.
Where are the quality control measures? What if it was alcohol, beer, that
exactly,
was imported and it was contaminated?
Yes.
So and everybody that went to enjoy themselves will die.
Yes.
What if it was champagne? What if it was body cream and people will begin to have
essential commodity?
What
essential
if it was
commodity.
head cream?
Yes.
What is even rice? Because until recently we have been importing rice. What if it was rice that was contaminated like this? People will be dying in the streets. What COVID could not achieve.
Exactly.
Stupidity in the highest could have
achieved it. Thank you, Mr. Zekari. If you are watching us, call us.
Call
us. It's not a day to laugh over anything. We can't laugh here today. No way. I mean, assume it is rice. We talk of pyramid. Assume it is rice. And people would have died out of ignorance. This is quite unfortunate. If you are there, call us and let us discuss this issue. Thank you, Mr. Zekari. But Zekari, this 2023 is becoming a different thing. Zekari, is it true you have not been home for some time? Is it true that you have not? It's long time ago you traveled to your village. Did you see the presidential aspirant of the PPDP who after 49 years, I understand he has not been home, and that he suddenly found time to discover that he is from one side of the country, and somebody, they say one small boy, was pointing to the father's grave with a left hand. He said, my friend, look at, over there, that's where your dad was buried, over there. I mean, what type of thing is this? No.
You see, some of these are Jebota negotiations that have lost. In fact, I always said, I was relocating to Abuja some time ago, and I warned her. I said, the worst thing that happened to you is Abuja marriage. When I say Abuja marriage, the one that no father, no mother, no uncle, no brother, 2 of you will just agree to marry, and you marry in Abuja, you don't go home. And that's the end. You remain there, give birth to your children there, your children will continue from there. No link to the community, no ancestry whatsoever. A man who does not know his history.
Mr. Zekari, let me come back to you.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Thank you. This is John Mayaki Show. Your name and where you calling from?
This is Gomina Efishejo.
Who?
Gomina Efishejo.
How are you, sir?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Go ahead with your contribution, sir.
I'm calling to just express my concern. I am from Edo State, Edo to be precise. exercise. I work assiduously for Governor Obaseki, and I'm disappointed. I said I should use this medium to express my disappointment.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you so very much. Where are you? Where are you presently? What is the first situation there?
It's very acute.
All right. Now,
very acute, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so very much. Somebody has called to express disappointment over his governor in Edo State. He is one of those guys. He is one of those guys who toiled in every day, just to make sure the governor returned as in his second tenure. He was everywhere in the village. He was everywhere in the fight in the court in Abuja, everywhere in the Supreme Court, and the governor unfortunately doesn't have time for him. Quite unfortunate. He called to express disappointment. Quite unfortunate. Is that what you call use and dump? Is that what you call use and dump or what?
Like we said, today we have opened the book of Lamentations. So we welcome him on board. We welcome him on board. But that's what happens to you when you allow your emotions to influence your decision making. You must be able to have overcome your emotions for you to be able to take any kind of rational decision. So in the last governorship election, there was no basis for Obaseki to be returned as governor. But people, because of emotions, they wanted to show that they were fighting an imaginary godfather. They enthroned. When you reinforce failure, failure becomes embodied.
Yes.
And as you have reinforced, and it's now embodied, it will now do more damage. So it's like a child who steals meat from the pot. The child steals meat from the pot, and you don't chastise that child.
Yeah.
The child what you refuse to correct in your house. It is a lawyer you will employ to correct it in the police station. That is exactly what has played out now. So it's the same thing. I empathize with him. I sympathize with him. He has done his job, but let him be patient. 100 years, my late mother will say it's not forever. Yeah. So no, let him be patient. Obaseki will come and go. Edo State will remain. We all will remain. So next time when we are making decisions, we'll make informed decisions devoid of emotional sentiment. We look at performance in office, look at key performance indicators, we look at continuity of projects that were left for this person, and look at general performance, and then use that as a yardstick to measure if you want to retain this man in office or not. So you don't work based on promises. You work based on eye mark, what your eyes can see. But if you deny what your eyes can see, in place of what your emotions tell you, you will always make mistakes. That's why emotional decisions are always wrong decisions.
Yeah. So if you are there watching us, call us, tell us what you feel, wherever you are, whatever is happening there, call us, tell us this is what is happening in my area, whatever you feel about, just call us and let us. So the numbers to call are displayed on the screen. Idris, I still want to add to it that politicians or Nigerians should stop believing on their leaders. Yeah, we can believe on our leaders, but let us do much to assist ourselves. Let us help ourselves. Let us be more active in terms of delivering for the dividends, for the demanding for our rights. As in, you see, government cannot employ everybody. I am not trying to say, government cannot employ everybody. But if you see a government, if you see a Saturday that will be good, you will know on Friday. You will know on Friday. Yeah. Well, see, I want to tell people, when you see a politician and a businessman, he's a businessman. He came in from the business world. He's a professional businessman. He's a technocrat. Be careful. Into politics, when it comes to politics, a politician is that. You see, I know a politician in Edo State. It's called Owere Dixie Masoge. That man, old man, is still in PDP. He will never leave PDP. You see, if you go to his house, be you APC, be you PDP, you sit down there, you eat, you drink and go. Anybody can go there and eat and drink. Owere Dixie Masoge. The man is a farmer. Old man now is still there, PDP chieftain. You see, that is a politician. That one is a politician. Not a governor that you can't go to his house and eat yamala and eat ogbono soup and eat okra soup and eat ewedu soup. I mean, not a governor who can come to your birthday, who doesn't know, who can come to your burial ceremony, your wedding ceremony. I've seen governors who attend all of these events. I mean, so all these you guys need to be careful how you. 2023 is here. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But Komo, is it true that the cabals are looking for a president? No, I understand some people are being recruited today. No, now don't laugh. This is not a laughing matter. People are looking for president. No, when we have capable guys, people are saying, no, this guy, oh, this guy called fire me. He won't be good. He betrayed somebody the other day. We can't. Yeah, he betrayed this guy. We can't trust him. These guys, they call them the cabals. Don't forget. Now, let us look over there in the West. Who is there? No, this guy has money too much. This guy, the Tinubu man has. No, we don't trust him. Who is there? Okay, is that the vice president? That man, the other day when the president traveled, he was the one that sacked the DSS guy. No, let's not give it to him because we are not happy over that. Who is there now? Oh, that CBN guy is good though. He's giving us a lot of something. Our farmers are enjoying now. Our farmers, but I understand there was a pyramid in Abuja the other day, and 2 weeks after, the price of rice skyrocketed. I mean, how do you? But of course, the guy is in the equation to become a president. Did you see that?
The man Godwin Emefiele is one of the leftovers from the super corrupt. Hopelessly corrupt
action of President Goodluck Jonathan.
No, the Jonathan you are calling is also an option. Look, you are calling Jonathan. The man is an option too. No, so the game plan is that these guys are. Shebi Indigo said we don't have a president. These guys they have Indigo connection. So by the time we give it to them, Indigo cannot say we don't have someone. Emefiele name Godwin Emefiele, of course. Igbo.
Emefiele Delta.
Yes.
So when they want to cheat the Igbo people, they will claim Igbo. When they want to
collect appointment and do 30% derivation, they will claim Niger data. A man who does not even trust where it comes from. Is it that man you will trust with your national treasury? So, like I said, Emefiele is one of the carryovers from the hyper-spongeric, hopelessly corrupt administration of President Goodluck Jonathan. So many people will get angry because of this statement I have made.
Who cares?
But we must realize that there was a reason why Jonathan was voted out of office.
Yes.
And that was because not him as the person, his government was hopelessly corrupt and confused. That's why we removed him. Regardless of the failings and the weaknesses of President Muhammadu Buhari, yes, Muhammad Buhari we have, so when he leaves, we are going to tackle him squarely on that. But on Jonathan, it was a failure. We must accept this. And this is the basic truth. So Emefiele should concentrate on sharing the billions he has been sharing for farmers and forget about being president.
But the impact is not, we can't feel the impact.
No, it's sharing in the north. It's sharing a lot of money in the north. Rice pyramid are springing up in the north. We in the south.
And the price of rice is increasing.
It's going up. We in the south, where it comes from, now still don't look, now we did. We have applied. I have applied for more than 5 CBN. Good. None of them have come out. My business has suffered a lot of untold hardship to the point that we're almost liquidating assets. Nothing has come out.
No, you don't have power to make you president.
There's no support.
No, your name. Understand? It is for us to just see your name. By the time we know that you don't have power to make us president, we won't give you loan.
But let me give you another example.
Yes.
Now we are applying to the CBN for what belongs to all Nigerians. You need to know somebody. But there was a time when they did empower. I sat in my room, just coming back from service in 2016, and I applied and I got it. I didn't know anybody, and I was there for 4 years. I am the type who has never gone to any politician's house to ask for any favor. If you cannot get to the average Nigerian, the Oipolois, the Jetsams and the Flotsam, then you should not get to me. You should not use your privileged position because you have a voice, because you speak out, to begin to accumulate for yourself. Before you know, you become the problem that you are fighting.
Did you see the CBN? Did you see the World Bank? Did you see the World Bank verdict on the economy?
I mean, how do you explain it? He when he joined the Jonathan administration, dollar was about 180, 200. Today, dollar is 570.
That is the man we want to make president.
I mean, is that the person you want to make president? Dollar is 570. If you want to become rich now, buy dollar at the official rate and sell at the parallel rate. If you buy $1,000
don't just buy
at the official rate of 400, then sell at 550. You will make extra 170 naira per dollar.
No, you don't know.
That's how people are making millions.
Yeah.
That's why you see young boys in Abuja with this their cap. They have become millionaires overnight. No office, no job. Buy dollar, sell dollar. That's all. That's all. That's the country we live in. And you are building an economy like that because the president is a laid back. I don't want to call him quiet because when you are quiet to a fault, that's no longer quiet. That's docility. He's a laid back person. Everybody is doing exactly what they like. You know, it's the same thing we are talking about. But the Jonathan administration was hopelessly corrupted because President Jonathan was weak.
Okay.
We have a strong president who is docile.
If you are watching us, call us.
President Muhammadu Buhari is docile.
If you are watching us, call us and share with us your thoughts. Mr. Zakari, nobody cares if you lament or not. Emefiele is okay. If you say Emefiele is not good, what about Jonathan? Let us just bring him so they can just do one tenor and go back to the north. What look? Is that not a better option?
I mean, you cannot. We voted Jonathan out for a reason. And bringing him back. Although I want to believe.
How do you start that campaign? Wait. How do you start that campaign?
You will start it. How do you convince Nigerians? So we voted him out for a reason. To bring him back now, are we going to import back Desiani to come and continue looting? That we had a female brazier that is worth more than the salary of 20 professors put together for a year.
These people should stop taking Nigerians for a ride. You said this man, the government was corrupt. Fantastically corrupt, I think. Hopelessly corrupt. Now you voted against him, and then some cabals are thinking, why not let us get Jonathan into APC? Why not let's get the man in CBN to become president? I mean, how do you retrogress? It's okay. What about this? Idris, have you heard of the other man called the transportation minister? That is Rotimi Amaechi. He was crowned. In fact, he's a king today in Daura. In fact, he is the trusted man of Daura. I mean, those are the type of people that can become a president. Someone who can tar road to your village and tar road to your room, and they bring a trailer, and they bring railway, and bring a school, university to your village. That is the man to become president. If you don't know, let me tell you. I mean,
in fairness,
to Rotimi,
Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi.
In fairness to him, he has really, as a minister, he should be the most performing minister. If not the most performing, he is the most performing. Fashola is the other guy, but Fashola, in this second term, when they gave him that 3 minutes, the team weighed him down. So in this second term, he's playing like the present Cristiano Ronaldo of Manchester United. So he has a big name, but his performance, his output is not equivalent to the potentials that he has. But if you look at Amaechi, in fairness to him, he has been a very solid minister. He has achieved really, really solid project. I have inspected some. I've gone through the Itape Rail. I've gone through the Ibadan Rail.
Does that earn him the presidency?
Now, they say charity begins at home. Let us go to his home. He had a problem with Senator Magnus Abe. And Senator Magnus Abe is a co-leader of the APC in Rivers State. He could not resolve his problem with Senator Magnus Abe. They dragged themselves in court to the point that APC, his political party, did not have a governorship candidate contesting against Nyesom Wike in his second term, and they lost that state. So if you cannot demonstrate charity at home, and you have taken charity abroad, I mean, in Netako we say, Agbo, or do it some fear. That's what has happened. Let the Netako interpret.
Oh, God. Okay, but the man is borrowing money here and there. In fact, I understand China people have refused to give him money anymore that there's this padding and padding and padding. You know, that's your man. It's your man.
No, I have a lot of
for him, but I mean, by all means possible, he should recluse himself. He should go and focus on Rivers State. And Rivers State, because his brother there is also looking at being the president in the PDP. He's already shot in the country. Has gone to 5 states. Yesterday, he was in the court with Jonah Jang, who is being tried for corruption by the EFCC. He sat in court with the former governor to show solidarity. Yeah. I mean, that's the state. That's the state.
So now we are going to Europe to borrow some money so that we can work. We need to go to Europe. If Chinese people think they don't want to give us loan again, no problem. They can go to hell. Nobody cares. But nobody cares. We can go to Europe and get loan. But Chinese people are saying you are padding this budget. You are not. You borrowed a lot of money and there's something very little to show for it. It's okay. But Nigerians are waiting to see. Everybody should declare interest. Let us, even including people who don't even know their village, let them declare interest. No problem.
Yes, those who have not gone to village in 49 years.
Yeah, we are waiting.
Our job is to periscope the issue.
Yes. Yeah. So, if you are watching us, call us and give us your contribution on the issues. Don't forget, in fact, this 2023, it has a lot of issues coming with it, such that people are not talking of competence. People are not talking of visionary leaders. People are not talking of capacity. People are not talking of ability to deliver antecedents. People now sit down. There's one group, they call themselves Murik. No, having a group is good, but reducing presidential race into Christianity, Islam. How do you cope with that? Because we need a Muslim to do it now. We need a Muslim to do it now because Muslims have not had it before. Is that how you now degenerate to this presidential race too? No, Idris, talk to these people. You need to talk to these people to no, now.
Mr. John,
yeah.
I have been a Muslim and I am now a Christian. I can tell you that there's no
that is bad. It's the people that practice it that are bad.
Yeah.
Now let me give you 2 vivid examples. First, some time ago, a group of bishops gathered in Abuja. So that is a Muslim.
I didn't want to make any comments on it. Then just yesterday, this Murik has saying that this is what he enjoys, and now he has started this inordinate ambition to become vice president. A man who has failed in Edo State, failed colossally. Once he started in Edo State, Edo becomes the Benin city, becomes the aquatic city of Benin.
Yeah.
You need canoes and you need boats to navigate the streets of.
Is he also planning to join the APC? Is he also planning to join the APC?
Anything he touches, he destroys. He came to the APC and pulled it down from the national to the state. The problem Obaseki created in APC today we have not solved it. APC has not been able to solve it.
He has started the illegal harmonization. Imagine people that were elected into office. You came and met them in the party. They supported you with their structure and made you governor. You have come now to say that you want to bring in your people, that you want to harmonize, that they have to go. And that's why a lot of PDP people are crying in Edo State. He has started the illegal harmonization. Yes, some Wike that left his comfort in Port Harcourt. And when the chips were down, when APC had rejected him, he went to Yes on Wike like the prodigal son. And Yes on Wike came from Rivers State to deliver him in Edo State. Yes on Wike today is now estranged by the same Godwin Obaseki. Less than 1 year and 3 months after election. He tells you who Godwin Obaseki is. A classic betrayer. A man who is not a man of his words. A man who says one and means another. A Maradona. not political Maradona now, mischievous Maradona.
No, I mean, that is too much for my governor now. No, that is too much for my governor.
Maradona, at least Maradona scored with the hand in the World Cup against England.
The funny part of it is that our governor, you see, he needs to know that Peter Obi brought something to the table. He was from a very large you see, political calculation, the governor needs to get it clear that Edo and Delta are minority inside minority. Peter Obi came with a chunk of money on the table, and don't forget, representing the Indigo extraction. Now, and he got, yes, he got, so,
and they won in all 5 states.
Yes, Obaseki doesn't have such chances. He should not delude himself of anything. The speculation whether he will return to APC in order to hijack his structure to enable him play a role in who becomes his presidential candidate, of course, has begun. No problem about that. His return to APC is for revenge, no doubt. Some persons are saying that anyway. They say if Obaseki, who is a product of ancestors without an abiding principle, beyond immediate gain, like you said, beyond immediate. I don't think these people are being. You guys are not being fair to him now. That is not true now. Our governor is more than that. But no. Obaseki left APC for PDP, and having dealt with PDP, is planning to return to APC in spite of his denials.
He dealt with APC and left APC for PDP.
Yes.
He has finished dealing.
No, he's still dealing with them. He told them yesterday, yesterday, that when he was swearing some commissioner, that if anybody, that he won't tolerate any misbehavior in PDP. If anybody misbehaves, we deal with the person. But when Obaseki was planning to leave APC, he told them in Abuja. He said, "No, I can't leave APC. I am too knowledgeable to know that to know I can't leave APC." Or of course, he was negotiating. He said, "That guy, he's a very smart man. We need to be smart, Idris. That guy is a smart man. Don't you think so?"
We don't need this kind of smart.
There are geniuses and there are evil geniuses. Evil geniuses is not what we should pray for.
But with
not
the
for
APC,
us, not for our children.
But with the APC at the national, allow him again. Have we not learned any lesson from?
Governor Malabuni has been shopping for people to join the APC as though the number of politicians equate to the number of votes. He is deluding himself. He should wake up and connect with Nigerians. Not the number of governors you shop from opposition PDP to APC. That's not what makes you tick. Yeah. So he should wake up. The earlier he wakes up, the better for him. So I'm hoping that he will be sensible enough not to bring Obaseki back into that party.
What lessons have we learned from all his shenanigans? How has he been able to manage the PDP in Edo State, which is part of what you said? It is now clear that Oshomole was never the problem of Obaseki. We now can see. Will he join the APC to hijack the structure again? APC is quiet now, no problem. Is Obaseki going to join to hijack the structure again? Is the APC happy with what is going on in Zamfara and Kano State? Yes. The APC leadership, the APC leadership needs to be worried about its members who contested. APC leadership, the national chairman, needs to be worried about members of the State House of Assembly. They contested with the governor in the same APC. The governor denied them sitting. Is that the same man you want to bring back? Is that how to compensate loyalty? Zachary, this is not the best now.
We are watching. We are waiting.
Anyway,
we are waiting, and
I am not a member of the APC. I've said it before.
Oh, you said so.
A lot of people want to fight me for it, but I am waiting for the day they will bring my registration for my ward that I register to join. Not just the APC, any political party for that matter. Yeah, I've worked for the APC. That's correct, because I believed in their candidate, but I've never been a member. So I'll let them worry about it. But they should know that their credibility is already getting low. Bringing an Obaseki into the APC is further destroying a house whose roof is already leaking.
They call it
so
politics.
They should watch it.
They call it politics. As we come to the end of this show, call us if you are there, you are watching us. Call us so that we can listen to your opinion about what is happening across the country in APC, in PDP. Those people who forget their ancestral home and suddenly discover that before I become a president, I need to go get blessing from my village. Idris, there are some guys who are hooked down in UK, US. who are not able to come back home. I'm not sure you know. It's not only Dele Momodu, Ichika. No, Dele Momodu is our brother now. You don't know. People want to, I mean, no.
Mr. John, you that is anchoring this show. You have been to the UK, you have been abroad.
Yes.
But you are back in your country.
Who told you I'm not planning?
I told my friends, I tell them, those of my friends that are traveling, I don't see anywhere in the world I will live that will make me as comfortable as I live in this country. I am not having the best of time.
Yeah.
As I'm talking to you, I'm not using electricity. I'm using generator. I'm using batteries to power everything I'm doing. But no matter where I go, if I go out of this country, it is to seek knowledge. And when I get that knowledge, I will bring it back to develop this country. I cannot exchange this country for anything in the world. That is why I am passionate about this country. I don't think I want to take any other passport.
No, you don't understand what is happening. People now want to go home because they need to be close to their village because they want to contest elections so that they can get some votes. They will buy gari, they'll buy beans and buy rice and add 1,000.
It is reminiscent of what the beginning man calls
yeah.
But
I'm happy for these guys in PDP in Edo State. I think they should enjoy. They are enjoying their governor.
They are eating with both hands, especially if you are in the
they are neither here. They are neither here nor there. They are not in AP. They are not in PDP. They are not in government. They are not in APC. In fact, where do they call them? Especially those guys that are loyal to the governor. You see, they cry. I'm sure they are getting ready to come. Somebody called me now. I say, John, hope you guys will accommodate us in your party where we'll come back. No, I say you guys are free. If there is open door now, you guys are free. It's political party, it's democracy. Come back home. You know. It's okay.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, let me again wish those Obaseki supporters all the best as they enjoy.
We are praying for them.
Yes.
For them. Let them continue to keep hope alive. Hopefully, Obaseki will change.
And look at them with his eyes of mercy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it doesn't change, let them accept their fate. They asked for it. Now they have it.
Yeah. Let's pray. He will change. Let's pray because there's something God cannot do. What is he who change? The man doesn't see that he's doing anything bad though. The man just believe. As a man thinker, that is how he is. Obaseki doesn't think there's anything wrong. No, that's okay. Thank you guys for joining us today. We appreciate the support from all of you. For those who called, just be patient. Get something to do. Be busy with your hands. Just think, be creative, and do something. Don't go into yahoo. Don't go into ritual killing. Be creative. You don't need to eat too much. How much do you need to eat? You want to go and steal? You want to go and do 419? You want to go and do ritual to make it? How much do you? And when you die, you just leave everything and it's over. It's unfortunate. Thank you so very much, guys, for joining us. We sincerely appreciate. See you again. Idris, when again?
Thank you so much. Maybe in another 48 hours.
Thank you.
Here with the latest.
Yeah, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Bye.
All right.
And we wish you all the best. Bye for now.
Thank you.